coach. And I just wanted to take this opportunity to break down what is shadow work. So a lot of the work that I do is to do with the shadow self. It was a concept introduced by Carl Jung, a therapist, and he posited that when we are young, we start compartmentalizing parts of ourselves. And what I mean by that is, as we grow up, we are told this is okay, this is not okay. So you can be this, but even if you are this, you got to get rid of it. So things like it's not okay to be emotional. It's not okay um to feel like you're enough. It's not okay to uh perhaps it's not okay to take up a lot of space. That's a common one, right? So we get these messages as we grow up, and even though we feel, even though we feel like we want to take up space or be loud or have our feelings heard, we have learned that that's a bad thing, and that goes and stores in our shadow. Now, what happens over time is that because we are not addressing these parts of ourselves, because we are not giving these parts of ourselves any recognition, they start to come out almost like you've hidden something and it wants to be seen. So it will come out in self-sabotage, it will come out in projection, it'll come out in a lot of different ways. Um, so even like things like being triggered is often something to do with your shadow. There's something there that you are denying the world, denying yourself, even though it's true and it is coming out. So the work is to start integrating the shadow with your current self, with the self you put in front of everyone. And the reason to do this is so that you can start feeling more complete and more comfortable and more confident with who you are, rather than wearing a mask all the time, Like I think one of the most common ones I hear is guys who say, My mask is that people need to think that I've got it all together and they can't see behind it and they can't see that I'm actually panicking and I'm stressed about money and work's going not super great and all of that kind of stuff. And so we wear this mask, and really, we've got all these deep insecurities and things like that. We're just hiding from everyone, and we often try and ignore it. But yeah, like I said, self-sabotage and all of that kind of stuff is rooted in the shadow. So the work that we do, or that we try and do, is really try to reconnect with your shadow self. So I know for me, a lot of that was, like I mentioned, taking up space. That was a personal one. I very much didn't feel like I could authentically take up space. I could take up space with performing on stage or doing music or acting like a clown, but authentically, I felt like I was always too much for people. And I really had to work to get in touch with that side of myself and integrate and have an acceptance for that side of myself. And now I can confidently take up space if I need to or if I want to, because I am confident in who I am as a person. I'm grounded in who I am as a person. That doesn't mean that the shadow self takes over, and doesn't mean that, all of the bad things that I've kept hidden are suddenly, you know, um, in control of myself and turning like this mad mask character. Don't know why I went with a mask, but there you go. But what it means is I accept it, and it has space to breathe, and it has it lessens the weight and the shame of it all, and I can accept that. So that, in essence, is the shadow work. That's the deeper work that I do with guys, because if you can be fully confident in who you are and fully comfortable in who you are, you don't have that shame, you don't have that guilt, and that exhaustion of trying to hide who you really are. The world can start opening up, relationships can become deeper, and you can thrive more at work because you have a lightness, you have a flow, you have an energy, and that is really what we're looking for. So I hope that's explained it a bit. If you've got any questions, please drop them below. But yeah, that is my little crash course in shadow work. See you later.